Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to talking about how to export your projects. So this is a very straightforward process and I don't think so you need a cam view for this. So I just started one of my other projects because I had some issues with the game we were making. So I already launched this game and you can play it on itch and everything, but we are just going to understand how to really export this thing. So if you're using Unity 6, you don't have directly option like you can just go into the search bar if you're using like a 2022 version. But currently we're using Unity 6. So for that, you have to click on the file section and here you have build profiles. So in build profiles, you'll have all those platforms that you have added to your list. And if you haven't, then go to Unity Hub. Over here you have installs, go to installs, then a settings button, click on it, add modules, and over here you can add those modules. Just click on it and you can install it. I currently have a lot of those and it's taking quite more than 20 GBs of my space, but that's all you need. Let's go back to the game, and now over here you just don't have to do anything. Everything except this is for advanced, but I'm going to tell you a bit. The play settings will have the option to set various things, but this is an Android game and I want it only in landscape. So if you only want it in landscape, you have the resolution and presentation option, in which here we have a few things. So I want it to be full screen, and then hide navigation bar for like, and then you have the landscape mode. Select these ones, and I'm using legacy Windows screen. So what it generally does is it has a 16:9 ratio inbuilt, and you can use it directly, due to which you don't have to you can say optimize your UI for multiple screen resolutions. And except that you have the splash image. In Unity 6 you have option to remove the Unity tag, like the first loading screen. So at first I have the TicTacToe logo, and then I highlight this extra one, which is just you can see the image over here. This is just the same image and it appears in the loading screen. You can set the durations too, and that's all. And if you want to add your, you can say app icon, go to the here we have default icon, you can add it over here. Then you have company name, Satagavari, and my product name is TicTacToe the ultimate. So it shows up when you download the game, and when I'll just tell you. So what you write over here will be the name of the app after installation in your app drawer. So let's close it. Then you have two options, build and run and build. For build and run, you have to join your Android device, and the build option can work without the device. So just click on it. Yeah, and one more thing, please select all compatible devices. Oh, and the most important thing, publishing and zeros and other settings. Yep. And there's one. Yep. So minimum API level stands for like what is the minimum Android level you want to give support for, and the highest one. So always select for highest install, because most of the phones are now up to date always, and people don't generally prefer keeping them below it. So it might be an issue if they have the latest version. And put the minimum API whatever you want, but Android 6 is the lowest and I'm keeping that right now. And that is enough for you to do it, and that's fine. So now just go to the build profiles and click on the build button. So we have, I think so, yeah, version 6, and just save it. Okay, so it's halfway there. Okay, so as you can see, the app is successfully exported. I also have the WebGL version over here and also the macOS version over here. So that's the way you export your application. Now you can transfer it to your mobile phones, basically Android, because you have to port different for macOS, and most of you might be knowing it. And the important thing is, don't expect the outcome to be as soon as like, I got it. Like I got it in around a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, but generally it takes more than 20 minutes. And when I was using Unity 6 for the first time, it took me more than 40 minutes for the first one, and then it is like back to 5 or 6 minutes, and that really happens most of the time in the project. So you will need to have a lot of patience, but you'll get to the sooner or later. So that's all for the video, and that's the end of this series, and I hope so it was helpful in some way, and I'll be back with something else soon. Thank you.